The news tonight. Governor Soludo calls for shift to intentional transformational leadership in ethics. FIDA Anambra advocates reservation of seats for women in Nigeria's parliament. Federal government nulls special court to curb exam malpractice. And on the foreign scene, China's Navy conducts combat patrols near disputed South China Sea Hole. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business. And for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous enemies to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5111 and 08002 200008. And also, this is to inform you that ABS TV is now live on cable, free-to-air, Strong TV, and don't forget to join us on our programs. In a compelling address at the groundbreaking event for the Ethics, AI, and Higher Education Strategy team, Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has emphasized the critical role of intentional leadership founded on integrity, fairness, and transparency as the cornerstone of ethical governance. Government House correspondent AGK Abana filed in the report.
At the Princess Alexandra Auditorium of his alma mater, the University of Nigeria Nsukka, Governor Soludo highlighted the event's theme, ethical leadership, security and sustainable development, which aims to promote transformational leadership over transactional service. The gathering, characterized by a sense of nostalgia for the governor, was organized by the acting vice-chancellor, Professor Ogoejiofo Ujam, in collaboration with ISTRA from the Faculty of Social Science. In his lecture, Governor Soludo reflected on the importance of teaching and community service, expressing a personal yearning for the classroom and emphasizing the multifaceted responsibilities of academics. Governor Soludo also shared his vision for Anambra State.
Very excited to be home, and let me express my deep appreciation to the Ethics, AI, and Higher Education Strategy team of this university, led by Professor C.K. Siani. Express gratitude to the Vice Chancellor as well as the Faculty of the Social Sciences for the invitation to join you and to congratulate all of you for keeping the flag flying. The University of Nigeria is still standing firm and restoring the dignity of man. Thank you very much.
Governor Soludo also shared his vision for Anambra State, encapsulated in the mantra, one state, one people, one agenda, which seeks to foster inclusiveness and ensure no one is left behind in the developmental agenda, called for the establishment of codes of conduct to uphold ethical standards in the university, warning against the manipulation of merit-based system that could undermine human dignity. In recognition of his contributions to ethical leadership and sustainable development.
Ethical leadership, selfless, exemplary, transformational, not transactional. A service with integrity and compassion. It is a life wire of progressive institutions, be they homes, schools, classrooms, boards, offices, churches, governments, etc. An ethical leader must embody and exude the change that he wants to see. Trying to have ethical leadership and stand for principles for what is right and so on can be dangerous. It can be costly. But somebody must stand up for there to be change to move a new society. That's what it is.
Governor Soludo was inducted into the Hall of Fame as a fellow, an honor he graciously accepted, aimed presentations of gifts from the university community.
Welcoming participants.
Meanwhile, to build consensus and consolidate memoranda on the constitutional reservation of special seats for women in Nigeria's legislative houses, the International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA, Anambra State, has organized a state-level advocacy and town hall meeting in Awka, the Anambra State capital, with community leaders, the academia, representatives of civil society organizations, media practitioners, among others, in attendance. Joseph Egbocha now reports.
Welcoming participants at the one-day event, the country vice president of FIDA Nigeria, Barrister Eliana Martins, said the day's meeting made possible through the support of UN Women, the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office under the Advancing Women's Inclusion and Representation in Leadership and Political Processes in Nigeria project, which demonstrates a collective desire to ensure that women are not only seen but heard, represented and given a seat at the table where critical decisions about the Nigerian nation are made. Noting that the constitutional reform process currently ongoing represents a rare and strategic opportunity to institutionalize mechanisms for inclusion, equity and justice, the country vice president of FIDA Nigeria, Barrister Martins, represented by the Anambra FIDA chairperson, Barrister Amara Mojeke, said the push for reserved seats for women is not a demand for privilege, but a demand for fairness and recognition of the unique contributions women bring to governance, peace building, and development.
Today we emphasize that the fight for gender equality cannot and must not be left to women alone. The He for She campaign calls on men to stand in solidarity with women, to listen, to lead, and to legislate for equality.
It's a welcome development, and I like the way they analyze the whole thing. Too, Governor Soludo is gender sensitive, and they have started it a long time ago.
In Awka, Joseph Egbocha reporting for ABS News.
Meanwhile, commercial and social activities were partially paralyzed yesterday in Awka, the Anambra State capital, as residents marked Biafra Day. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo now reports.
This was revealed by visit to various parts of the city by the Anambra Broadcasting Service (ABS), such as Aroma Junction, Ekoka Market, Regina Shelley Junction, and the popular Unizik Junction, where some shops were seen open and many others under lock and key. And vehicular movement was noticeably lighter than usual, including on the popular Enugu-Onitsha Expressway. An Awka resident who is of Yoruba tribe, Mr. Adeleke Richard, commended Ndigbo for remembering their fallen heroes who fought for the well-being of the tribe, asking Nigerian government to look into the cry of the people of Igbo and to consider granting them their agitating for.
It's good to remember the dead ones and the heroes of the world of the Igbo. It's good. And I'm happy that we really recognize it.
Other respondents, including Mr. Obinna Ofim and Simeon Njoko, lamented the impact of the Nigerian Civil War on the Igbos, asking Nigerian government to release Mr. Nnamdi Kanu and put a stop to the sufferings of Ndigbo to avert a repeat of the Civil War in the country.
I could see respect like when I was but no more by was because I think I shall never go from what they happy.
Onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo chetakwa Nnamdi Kanu ọ bụ ọkpọ ofu onye ka ọ na-anụrụ ọgụ a n'ọkọ dịrị Igbo na mma.
Awka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for ABS News.
Still to come on the news, federal government knows special code to curb exam malpractice. And on the foreign scene, China's Navy conducts combat patrols near disputed South China Sea oil. The news returns shortly after the break. Stay with us.
Chips or sandwich, yam fries or jollof rice, salad, pasta or platter, they make it taste so nice. Now you all get the bomb, you all get the taste. Now I can tell you any day that everything
by maliciously good.
Welcome back to the news on ABS Television. The federal government has proposed the establishment of a National Examination Malpractice Court and Tribunal to serve as a deterrent to others by promptly prosecuting examination infractions. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, said this in Abuja while receiving a committee report on the improvement of quality examination at Abuja, affirming the recommendations of the 17-member committee headed by Professor Isha Koloyede, Registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board. The minister said it would improve the quality of examinations in the country. Dr. Lausa assured the committee members that all the 12 points recommendations will be implemented, noting that the government will deploy all its machinery to fight the meanings of examination malpractice. The committee also recommended that documents, including certificates, registration, and result slips, should contain the National Identification Number (NIN), photograph and date of birth of candidate to guard against identity theft and impersonation. Meanwhile, on the foreign scene, China's Navy has conducted a combat readiness patrol near the disputed Seaboro Shoal in the South China Sea, while South Korean officials separately announced the discovery of more Chinese boats in the contested waters in the Yellow Sea. The Southern Theater Command of the People's Liberation Army, PLA, conducted the drills in the territorial waters and airspace of China's Ongonian Island and surrounding areas. The report said the PLA had been conducting drills in the area throughout May to further strengthen the control on relevant sea and air areas, resolutely defend national sovereignty and security, and resolutely maintain peace and stability in the South China Sea. The Seaboro Shoal is a rocky islet claimed by the Philippines, located 220 kilometers west of Luzon. The nearest landmass, Beijing, blockaded and seized the territory, a traditional fishing ground from Manila in 2012. And in sports, the Aguata C Unit Charity Football Competition is kicked off. The Community Secondary School in Umpologu and Community Secondary School in Sofia, respectively, defeating the opponents, Government Technical College, Umuchu, and Christ Redeemer College, Amaisi. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo witnessed the game and now reports.
During the opening match, which took place at Umuchu Mini Stadium, Community Secondary School Bologu defeated Government Technical College Umuchu through a penalty shootout after a long and tough battle in first and second halves of the game, while Community Secondary School Isofia defeated Christ Redeemer College Amaisi with 2-1, declaring the match open. The mayor of Aguata local government area, Dr. Chibueze of Fobike, appreciated the owner of the C-Unit label, the sponsor of the tournament, Chief Onyedika Ike, for the gesture which he said will help discover young talents in football world.
We are really trying our best in providing the necessary infrastructure that makes sports development possible.
In various interviews, the representatives of C-Unit label, Mr. Alex Okechukwu and Mr. Chukweb Kanwafo, while disclosing that 12 schools in Aguata Council area are participating in the ongoing tournament, which will end on 13th June 2025, with the winner going home with a sum of 1 million naira, second runner-up 600,000 naira, third place 300,000 naira.
He's a philanthropist. God has given him so much. He's giving back to the society through these young boys to showcase their talents.
So I was going to the charity from schools, students, secondary schools, non-Anambra State.
From Umuchu in Aguata Council area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo reporting for ABS News.
It was a moment of mixed emotions as the remains of late brother Ikechukwu Gabriel Waka was laid to rest in his hometown, Okpuno Etiti, Abojioba, in the Idemili South local government area of Anambra State. The late brother Waka, aged 65, was the husband of Ngozi Waka of the ABS program department, Onitsha. Ifunanya Wankwo filed in the report.
Drew a large crowd of family members, friends, well-wishers, colleagues, as well as members of ABS family, including the ABS Farm Club, who were present in full support to console their colleague and sister, Ngozi Ikinwaka, in her time of grief. In a message themed, "If a man dies, shall he live again?" the officiating minister of God's Kingdom Society, Brother Emmanuel Oriako, emphasized that although death is inevitable, it is not the end of man. Reminding all of God's promise to resurrect the righteous, urged everyone to live upright lives while they still have the opportunity. The managing director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Mr. Chris Moloku, represented by the head of Program Department ABS Onitsha, Chief O.C. Nwashelo, extended heartfelt condolences to the Nwaka family. In an emotional tribute, Brother Chika Nwaka, the elder brother of the deceased, described him as a true gentleman, God-fearing, loving, and generous, calling on his children to uphold the Christian value and legacy their father left behind. His son, Master Oluchukwu Nwaka, remembered his father as a kind-hearted man who taught them to trust completely in God and to always value family unity and peace. The ceremony featured a variety of touching moments, interment, traditional dances, and condolences.
That God has promised to raise the dead and to bring them back to life again and reward them.
From Oba, if Naiwanko reporting for ABS.
That you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page, follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service, subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television Oka, and on X at ABS Radio TV, also on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log into our website by logging on to www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for shifts to intentional transformational leadership in ethics. FIDA Anambra has advocated reservation of seats for women in Nigeria's parliament. Federal government has annulled special court to curb exam malpractice. And on the foreign scene, China's Navy has conducted combat patrols near disputed South China Sea. Security is here to stay in Anambra State, in the Anambra. Remember, security is everyone's business. And for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5111 and 08002 200008. And also don't forget that ABS TV is now live on cable free-to-air and also on Strong TV on channel 68. Don't forget to join us. And that's the end of the news on ABS Television Oka. I am Ogenevume Ogogome. Thanks for watching.